Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. This month I've been working my way through some kits and creating fun projects to share with you. Today's is another layout that I created for our Disney album, and I can't wait to show you how this came together. I'm going to be using the Extraordinary Kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. This one is great for those who have gamers, sports fans, and comic book fans. The colors are a bit masculine with the denim, orange, and green, but I did find a few patterns in here that are going to be perfect for recording some vacation memories. I'm going to be using this kit along with the Mickey Castle cardstock cut. The photos I'm using today have a castle in the background, which makes this design perfect for the page. Our vacation album is 8.5 by 11. So I've been keeping the pages rather simple so my photos stand out. On this page, I'm going to add some vertical strips on the right side using a few of the patterns from the kit. This red polka dot and blue star pattern give off some great Disney vibes, and they match what I'm wearing in the photo. You're going to see me fuss a bit here with the two photos. I didn't want to cover up too much of the castle, but I really wanted to make sure that the 50th anniversary elements in the photo were showing. I couldn't decide if I wanted them to overlap each other or if I wanted them to be stacked on top of each other. I decided to just trim down the photo with the sign to a smaller square photo. This allowed me to make that larger photo a bit more of a focal point, and I'll be able to back the smaller photo with some other pattern papers. These photos are going to sit on top of the castle, but since the cardstock cut and the background paper are both white, I do want that cardstock cut to stand out a little bit more, so I'm going to add some color with some stenciling and some paint in the background. I'm going to be using Lapis Dance Creams Shimmers paint. I have already prepped my cardstock with some gesso so that I can drip this paint onto the page. It has a lovely blue shine that reminds me of Cinderella's dress, and it's so much fun to work with. I'm going to spray this with some water so that it starts to flow on the page. Now I'm just going to move around my cardstock and add water as needed to create some lovely swirl patterns. It's a bit mesmerizing to watch those glittery pools flow on the page. Once I had the look that I wanted, I used a heat tool to help it dry a little bit quicker, and then I brought in a grid stencil with some speckled egg ink to add a soft blue stenciling to the page. Now, for some reason, I cannot find this part of the video. I'm not sure if I accidentally deleted it or if I forgot to push record. But you can see here, after this is complete, there is a very subtle grid in the background. One of the photos I have at the end of this video shows it in detail. I have attached those pattern paper strips to the page and added some stitching, and then I framed this with a black and gray polka dot pattern from the kit. The castle cut was adhered near the base of the page, where most of that shimmer ink was pooled. I like to add my cardstock cuts with just a little bit of glue so that I can get it in place, and then I lift up parts that didn't get glued down and permanently adhere everything in place. I have cut two tags from the Happy Time pattern paper that came in the kit, and I'm going to adhere these off to the right of the photo. Now I did trim off 1/2 inch from each of these tags because I'll be using them here in a moment. The larger photo has been backed with some pattern paper to help it stand out a little bit more, and behind it I have adhered a little pocket to which I'll be adding a journaling card later on in the video. After the photos were put in place, I used those cut ends of the tag to create the look of a continuous pattern paper behind the photos. This is going to add a horizontal line onto the page and create a grounding point for those photos. Now I'm going to add all of the embellishments and the title. I'm going to start by framing that main photo a bit more. I'm going to do this with a cardstock sticker circle and a title. This circle is the same color of the background paper, so it helps draw your eye to the focal point of the layout. As you can see, I did dump out that ephemera pack from the kit, and I'm looking for a few more items that I want to add. I found this little red banner and the word adventure that I'm going to use. The banner is going to be placed below the photo, and then I'll be using the word adventure along with the word magic to create a title. This word magic was cut using a die in my collection. It does have a shadow layer that you can create, but I decided that I really didn't want to use that piece. I'm going to layer the word magic over a vellum star that's from my theme park stash. Once that part of the title was in place, then I adhered the word adventure below it. The word magic has a little star as the dot of the eye, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in place. Since I have a little star next to the title, I want to add a few more stars to the page to create a visual triangle. 2 are going to go above the photo on the circle, and then I'm going to add a banner in the upper left corner. I want to add some more red to this page to match the color in the title. So I found a circle sticker in my collection that says, "Remember this magic moment." And I also found a sticker that says photo op. I'm going to place these on the page next to some of the other black elements that I have added. Behind my photo, I'm going to tuck away a journaling card. At the top of this card, I've added a tab, and I'm attaching a sticker that says "Seize the Day." This little sticker came from the Extraordinary Kit. There's quite a few little label stickers in there. I'm going to bring in a few more items to this page, like a Mickey head sticker in a gray color. I'm also going to put a little circle sticker near the title that brings in some more of that light blue. As I'm adding these elements, I would love it if you tapped that subscribe button and let me know in the comments that you're a new subscriber so that I can welcome you. To bring in a little bit more of that light blue, I'm going to add a few little enamel dots that came with the Extraordinary Kit, and then I'm going to type up my journaling and I'll share the finished design. This is a page for our Disney album, and I created it using a non-theme park kit, some elements from my collection, and a castle cardstock cut. I love how the shimmers paint and the stenciling help that castle stand out and bring a little bit of glitter to the page. I'm going to share a few close-ups of this layout in hopes that you can catch a little bit of that sparkle in the photos. This layout was a fun one to put together using the Extraordinary Kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. Even though that kit was not designed for theme park photos, I was able to use elements from this kit along with a cardstock I got from the shop and a few elements in my collection to put together an awesome page for our vacation album. If you are one who enjoys pinning photos to inspiration boards, I have added still shots of this layout on the Not Just for Boys Kit Club blog and on my website for you to use. If you would like more ideas for using this kit, you can join the Not Just for Boys Kit Club community on Facebook and see even more designs. I want to thank you for joining me for another scrapbook project. If you have any questions about this layout or the supplies listed below, feel free to post those in the comments. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.